All right, so let's jump in. So the sequence of setting this up, obviously we're going to go into the Fabric Interconnects, Fabric Interconnect A. We're going to run through the setup script. The second or third question is choose Intersight mode, right? Intersight managed mode. Then you're going to create credentials and your IP address information, and then wait for that to complete. It'll say saved, just like before. Applying changes, saved. Now, what I always do, just because this is what I've always done, is I make sure that I can at least log in and navigate that Fabric Interconnect before I plug into B and start, performing the initial setup. I just want to make sure that it's online, right? And it's not going to reboot on me. So I go grab, update my Java. I know it's a terrible joke. And just wait for Fabric A to make sure that it doesn't reboot or it doesn't require any reboots or anything like that. So then we'll connect to Fabric B, run through the setup, and all we've got to do here is select the Intersight Managed mode and enter the creds, just like before, right? The only difference now is that we're selecting Intersight Managed mode. That's it. That's all we have to do. So now that the Fabric interconnects are up and online, that is when you are now going to connect to the IP address of those Fabric interconnects. We're going to go ahead and log in here. And you'll be able to view your Fabric interconnect information and your device connector info, which is the important stuff that we discussed earlier. Okay, we're going to make sure that we got those two green dotted lines. So we're going to log in. Here we go. HTTPS. Log in. Select device connector. Access the Intersight portal. So the device connector tab will tell you if the Fabric interconnects are available to be claimed via Intersight. And just again, just to show you that, the device connector will let you know if the Fabric interconnects are available to be claimed. You will not see a claimed ID here until it's available, right? So until that device connector on the Fabric interconnects can talk through the internet to Intersight, you will not see a claim code, okay? So this is where right now you stop, you work on the firewall stuff, you work on your DNS stuff, make sure that's ready to rock and roll. At that point, the next step is to actually pop into Intersight. And what we'll do is we're going to actually scroll all the way down here to admin and targets. And then what you're going to do is you're going to claim that target. Now, there's a couple of different options here. Just a couple of different options here. Unfortunately, I don't get to talk about all of them because it's a 2-day course, but what we'll do is if let's say you're claiming an existing UCS managed environment, you'll select this. This is if you have the Fabric interconnects and you're not using the UCS X series. If you are using the UCS X series in Intersight managed mode, you're going to select this claim UCS domain, Intersight managed. We go ahead and select it and click start. And then you just pop in your device ID and your claim code. Done. Right? So at that point, we've claimed the target, right? We're going to select the Intersight managed mode and then copy and paste the device and claim codes to the device console. What's kind of neat, I guess, little dorky side note, is over here, it does have the copy to clipboard icon. So you just copy it. Paste it, right? Sure, yeah, control. There you go. Super easy. Now, all we've done here is we've brought in the Fabric interconnects. So what you'll notice now at this point is you'll see these two Fabric interconnects, but the thing is you won't have a domain profile associated to it, which means at the end of the day, we really only have API access between Intersight and the Fabric interconnects. The Fabric interconnects do not have server ports, uplink ports. There's no VLANs configured, no vSANs configured. Nothing's configured, right? These are just straight up Fabric interconnects online. That's it. right? We don't even have a chassis at this point. You won't even see the chassis, right? For us to be able to see that chassis, there's a couple of things we got to do, okay?